Morning. I work on a helpline for one of the big utility companies. And at the moment, we've got some pretty huge wait times for callers to get through to us. Like normally, we're looking at about like 5-10 minutes as a wait time, but these wait times tend to be in excess of half an hour or more, especially at the late shift, which is the time I'm working. And if you were to call up and get through to someone on our team after waiting for half an hour, you might be tempted to complain about that, to generally kick up a fuss, because you're annoyed about this very long wait time to get through to me or the person sat next to me or the other side or what have you. And that is understandable. That is fine. If I didn't know any better, I'd probably complain too. But I do see the bigger picture because I'm part of it. If you say you've been waiting for half an hour and you complain about the wait time, we have to raise that as an official complaint. We have to go through an official process here, because complaints are official. They matter. It's not just, oh, fill out a form, toss it in the bin. No, these are like properly official processes and documents and what have you. So say we spend 5 minutes taking care of your actual problem, maybe 10 minutes, whatever, I'll say 5. And then we go through the complaints procedure, which will take, I don't know, an extra 5 minutes to fill out the complaint, get it filed in properly, discuss possible, resolutions, such as just like explaining that we don't actually charge a penny for the call. So, we've not just chewed through, your phone bill, going through all of that resolution business, and then once you've best case scenario then is you confirm that we've resolved the complaint, and we get to close the complaint and then put the whole thing basically to rest. If you don't confirm that we've resolved the complaint, that means we need to escalate it up the chain to one of our managers, which is another half-hour wait to get through to them. So you refusing to accept that we've resolved the complaint in this 5-minute period means that you've just added an extra half hour onto all of this business. And it sounds very silly, it sounds arse backwards, and I kind of have to agree sometimes, but that's the process which we are bound by. We have to do this in order to be in compliance with government regulation. It's like if we don't do this, then suddenly we're not doing anything. Like out of business, can't do it. That means there's no one going to be answering your helpline calls at all. So it's like this or nothing. So, but anyway, so let's just say best case scenario is you accept the resolution for the complaint, and then that's all resolved. You've gotten the issue that you phoned up about resolved, and you go on your merry way. So you had a half-hour wait. The person behind you now has a 40-minute wait. And they're going to be complaining that they've had to wait 40 minutes. And then they're raising a complaint. We go through the whole complaints procedure again. And let's say this person isn't happy with just the explanation that we don't charge a penny for this. And they're like demanding like compensation and more compensation than we're authorised to give. Then it has to go through to one of our managers. and then that's another half hour on the phone to the managers, and then handing that over, 5 minute process. And before you know it, you've as a customer have been on the phone for like an hour and a half. And that's an hour and a half in which I've not been helping other customers. I mean, how many other customers could well, let's say an hour and a half, probably, yeah, I was going to say a 40-minute period from me picking up the phone to passing the complaint on to the managers. That's a 40-minute period in which I could have helped, I don't know, about 3 or 4 different callers. But no, I was just helping you with your frivolous complaint. I mean, we can't give you the time back. We can't like go hop in a time machine and make sure that the very moment you finish pressing the last button to dial, we pick up. It's not going to achieve anything. But anyway, so this whole complaints process, it just adds time to each call, which means that the person behind you now has a significantly longer wait to get through to me. And by about when we're getting close to closing time, every single person is complaining that they've been on the phone for about an hour. And that's really not my fault. I mean, it's one of those things that you can just pretty much blame on other customers. But you may say, well, why doesn't the company have more people on the phones answering the calls? Because if you have more people answering the calls, then you can get through customers quicker, which would indeed get the wait times down. Sound logic there. Except when people start getting abusive towards us over, say, I don't know, the wait times, and getting all angry and shouting, we're like, ugh, another person having a fucking go. It starts to wear thin. And when that's pretty much half of your day is getting shouted at by an angry random stranger for something that's entirely not our fault, as a person sat there at the desk answering the call for the purpose of helping people, mind you. That's why we do this job. The job is helping people with their utility problems. But when this is getting thrown back in our faces and getting shouted at for something out of our control, it starts to wear thin. And of course, once a customer is in a bad mood about the wait times, they're going to be in a bad mood about everything else, and they're going to get more shouty and more abusive. And we're not saints. We're people, same as everyone else. And if day in, day out, we're getting shouted at and abused, not that many people choose to stay in the job. I mean, in my training group, there was a group of, I don't know, about 12 of us, I think, who all joined at the same time and went through the training process at the same time. There's like 3 or 4 of us left. So 2/3 of all of the, like, shall we say, new recruits see the way that all of the customers are treating us, and we're like, don't care, I'm gone. There are better ways to spend your life than getting abused by random strangers, and they're gone. And when you get your staff, who are as like a constant slow trickle quitting because of the customers, because of you, anonymous people on the internet, suddenly there's less people taking calls. The wait time increases. Angrier customers, more abusive, more people quit. So, kind of, to make things better for everybody, make things better for me, make things better for you, stay calm, stay on point, do not get angry, and we'll just solve the problem that you called up about, and then we can all move on with our lives. And nothing gets worse for anyone as a result. And then, of course, you've got the whole other thing about why there's so many other reasons why you should be nicer, because we'll do more for you.